What is going on, guys? Today we have got the brand new centre mid CDM Rijkaard. He is a new future star, mostly lengthy as an 89 rated card. Intercept on his playstyle plus, we haven't got a double, unfortunately for him. Can play centre back, centre mid or CDM. Stat wise, we're looking decent, to be honest. I feel like in terms of an SBC, he's not necessarily the worst. If we went over to Footbin, we've got, how many SBCs? Not many at all. So if we're looking in bronze, silver, 81, 85, 86 and an 87, only one team of the week required. Definitely not the worst in the world. If we was to do apparently a comparison, I don't know why they're never able to just get that right. So we've got obviously an 87, so it's an upgrade for him. He was available for an evolutions as well, so that is a big thing. Still a 3-star, 4-star. We've obviously gained a little bit across the board. Nothing too crazy, I must admit. The one thing I wanted to know is what... Oh no, he couldn't be evolutions. Oh, he might have missed out just then. That's not too bad then. So, in terms of the difference, the one thing that we can have a look at. So, we've got the 77 on him. I've just moved this off, haven't I? So, if we go back into him, let's just have a quick look. So, he's coming in at 266 at the minute. We have got 3 pace. We've got 3 shooting. Right. And then what we got? 2 passing, 4 dribbling, 2 defending and also 2 physical. So a decent upgrade for the price that you're paying. It's one thing when you've got the base version, because that is the kind of now older version. What I'm interested in is what we're going to be like with dribbling potential. I'm feeling engine possibility on him, just because I do want some agility balance. I can imagine that's going to be the big one for me, just purely on the fact that we've got the pace to some extent, so we don't need to necessarily go above and beyond. Defending physicals at a very good level, and I think the big thing whenever Rijkaard's kind of played in the team from a base, because we have got both, is the factor of the agility balance. The turn in circle wasn't incredible. That's what I really want to see on this card. We have obviously got the 92 composure. Passing's already pretty decent, so just adding that little bit of extra for the agility balance is going to be number one in my priority. So let's have a look and see what Rijkaard can do. Are you looking for gift cards, game keys and more? Head over to U7Buy for a variety of cards you can get today. From PSN, Steam, all the way to Xbox. With huge amounts of price variations. Check the link in the description for cheap, reliable digital cards for you right now. Let's get him in the middle then. Let's have a look and see what this card really can push forward and do. That is a phenomenal ball. Goes for a bit of a shot, to be honest. I know he's not necessarily meant to be the shooter or the scorer in the midfield, but I have noticed whenever I've kind of played with his base version, every now and then he would kind of get a little bit of form to push up a little bit, especially when we have the likes of Petit next to him. She kind of just naturally emulates. That's a great ball. Good block. Get up. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But the one thing I always liked is going to be that intercept. That's going to be a cracking one. Ooh, tries the Travella after the post patch. But in terms of the intercept, it's always been very good for a CDM. So that hopefully is going to be one of the selling points, I would say. And it is a shame that we haven't got the double playstyle pluses. Intercept and anything else would be an absolute blessing, let alone if we was managing to get something like an anticipate as well. Yeah, you can see that agility balance really screwing with him. It's just that turn and circle. It's why I kind of like almost the box-to-box and attack in mid, trying to hopefully go for a foul there. That would be the kind of pairing that I would like, because you just have that bit more of scope of dribbling. I'm not asking them to do loads, but enough to be able to keep the ball in them tight angles is going to be absolutely perfect. Like, picking it up here is brilliant, but when anybody gets close, you're not going to be able to turn them. That's going to be the biggest issue with a CDM at times. But you can just eradicate that problem, I believe is what the terminology would be, by just passing the ball straight on. And back to him, looking for that overlap. It's a great pass into Llorente as he finds a little bit of something. Eto onto it. It's a good tackle. I thought it Mangala. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think I've ever seen Mangala in a team. So far, so good with him. He's just a standard upgrade. I always liked... Oh, that's a bad pass. We don't let's cut that one. But in terms of kind of everything about him, he's just an upgrade from his normal card. I quite like his normal card. It just eventually ran out of steam, like any other base. He's kind of on that mid-level. When he starts the game, it's a decent icon. If you got him, you wouldn't necessarily be horrifically mad by it. What am I doing here? Get the block at least. But in terms of kind of where he's going to go, I was hoping for maybe a bit of a bigger upgrade from him. I think 89 from the 87 could have easily gone with a 90, especially because you could easily just have the fact that he's not going to get another card for a while, unless they're thinking potentially of an icon evolution for the future stars or another upgrade at some point. Maybe their base goes up more. It's definitely a potential. We've seen already a couple of icon upgrades from evolutions. Trying to find something there, so it's definitely not on off the cards at all, because we haven't had one for his base yet. So 260 for this card. I think if we're looking at the price again, is it going to tell me it properly? 267. It's cheap enough to just get him in the team if you're struggling with a DM, especially. You've got, oh, good goal. You are looking at the comparison between the Petit. That is going to be the comparison we look at the end, because even though the price difference is about double, and obviously you can use an SBC, that's going to be the big kind of talking point with newer cards, definitely. Lovely. Looking for that outplay if we can. Little 1-2 with Llorente, maybe. Keep him going. Over the top, Virgil with a header. It's always Virgil. It's never anybody else. It's always a cheeky gold Virgil that's standing in the way. He knows where we were going completely. Can we find the off on him, though? Passing-wise, decent. Little spin. Finds the shot back out to him. Seconds, get the intercept. I'm still yet to find an intercept with him, which is the more frustrating part that we want. There it is. Can we go for a little run? Flick it back through. Puts himself nicely in that middle, which is perfect. Great bit of juke in there. Love to see it. Finds Eto on a very bog standard pass. Petit doing a lot of the hard work. Big over to Garrincha. Nice turn. Look for that fake. Goes for the second instead. Oh, there we go. That's the intercept we wanted. Perfectly broke down play. It's exactly why I do like intercept on it. Just as that kind of breakdown of play, if you're going on that almost, that counter feel, kind of want him here. Take the touch and go for the shot. Little one over the top nicely. Garrincha's going to find him back. Can we go for a Travella? It's going to go back to Garrincha. Get the pass back. One back to him. Travella outside. I'm interested because I feel like we've got the post patch now where Travella's completely patched. I want to see, is it possible still? Good tackle from him. May not have been the full tackle, but he definitely got a foot in. We'll go with that little ball there. Stunning passing as well. Obviously the engine's coming in handy. I'd be interested to see how easily this card is to grind as well. Big ball over. Drop it into there. Get the shot and Dudek. Again, Dudek, this guy's got some different players. I quite like it. And there we go. Find him back in this pocket. He's brilliant at finding it. Gets the ball down. It's simple, but it's really effective to have him just chilling. He adds that element of just constant midfield, and it's what I really like. We've got him on stay back whilst attack anyway, so he will kind of stay. I'm interested to see. I'm pretty sure he's got high defensive work rates if that's the thing. Oh, gets a bit caught up there. Get the slide. Nice. There he is. Get the win. Nice. Little chip. Back to him. Gonna go for a flick again. I don't know what I was expecting there, to be honest. I kind of wish... I don't even know if a 4-star skill move would really do anything for him. With the agility balance being considerably lower, I'd assume it wouldn't have that much of an effect. But, I mean, I'll always take if they get the upgrade. A 5-star weak foot would be really nice for him. Just for them extra passes, it would be a decent stat to have. We're going to look for that through ball if we can. Maybe a bit of hit and hope, really, if anything there. Oh, what a goal. Big header, big win. Love it. Get it back. Over to Petit into Mbappe. Goes for the little spin, but he does go the wrong way. Always in that pocket. Just here. Just there. Finds himself in the middle. A little one back. And a little two. Mbappe. Spin. Go for the spin again. And near post. Game over. So if you are going into Rijkaard's overall then, 266 of the SBC. What do we say? 1 inform is that we need? So bronze and silver, perfect. 81 for the loan. We didn't flip the cards. 81 for the loan. Definitely give the loan a go first. If you are considering for a main team, a bench, I think even if you had the Hullet comparison with obviously Zidane, Zico, all of them at the minute, you could definitely put him on the bench easily and kind of have multiple positions you put him in. If you wanted him at centre-back, he could cover it, but I would suggest a different chem style for that. But in terms of kind of the SBC, it's a very cheap one to do, and we've definitely got a few of them now where it comes to an SBC, and they're just, if you've got no fodder really to go into any sort of upgrade pack, if you've already done all of them, then there's definitely a few already that I'd definitely have a look at. Hernandez, 100k, you've obviously got Suker. They may not be #1 shouts, but at the moment, they are one of the best versions of themselves, and I think Rijkaard definitely is that as well. Shevchenko was a decent upgrade for his card, I must admit. Still not going to compare to the top end, but definitely as another icon in the team, I would happily take him over Rijkaard's normal card. So if we have a look at them a little bit more properly, we'll have a look at the difference in stats as you can't see them there. So if we kind of look, obviously we've gone through all the pace upgrades and all of that jazz. The main ones that I want to look at is the agility balance bonus. So we look 73 to 70. We've got a 5 increase on the balance, 3 increase on the composure. It's a decent enough one. Reactions wise has gone up a tad, same as ball control. Defending, what did the defending go up by? It was only a +2, wasn't it? So strength has already gone up a little bit. And that's what I mean. The card itself on the base was already decent. They've both got the intercept plus, which is nice. It is a shame we didn't get a 4-star skill. Might have added a little bit more on the agility balance to him. That's kind of the only thing I would be a big fan of trying out. Then you've got obviously Petit. He is the other CDM at the moment that we've got going on in the 90 version. So he has got Anticipate, only 1 play style plus as well. And he's starting to drop down massively. Now coming into 130k difference. There is a slight difference with the card. Obviously, Rijkaard does have the 4-star weak foot, which is perfect. You have got the difference between Dutch and French. If that makes a difference in your squad, it shouldn't. But, you know, some chemistries definitely do. When it comes to the agility balance side of stuff, we are a little bit up on Petit. You definitely can tell the difference between them. If you check on the channel as well, we do have Petit's review out as well. So if you want to see a side-by-side comparison, I can't remember kind of the full reaction. But in terms of the card, I must admit, I did like Petit's Anticipate. Intercept Anticipate would be a perfect combination for a double play style plus. Obviously, when it comes to defending and the physical game, it is a 50-50 really. You can see Rijkaard's got the top half, Petit's got the bottom half. Well, it's missing one. And then obviously the same for the jumping stamina and also the strength and aggression. But really, it is just the aggression that's a massive difference there as well. The price, I must admit, Petit is coming in a lot cheaper. Might even drop a little bit more because of Rijkaard's SBC being so cheap. But if they get around the same sort of price, I would say it's a fair comparison. Petit maybe on some elements was better pushing forward, whereas Rijkaard was definitely better on the actual defensive side of stuff. That really was kind of like my fan favourite version of what Rijkaard is. We used his base for quite a while actually. I feel like we've used it for, we've only just given it up for Putellas, and I think then I was kind of testing people to get him gone, just because now the base is pretty much gone. Other than that, I don't think, have we got many other CDMs? I don't think we got Gerrard. He's kind of more of a box-to-box, if anything. So it'd be the same as kind of Petit. Maybe his pushing forward, his shooting would be way better than Rijkaard, but defensively he's not going to hold a torch to him. But then there is the option of a centre-back. Now, if you do want to put him as centre-back, I'm not totally against the idea. I think he's definitely got the ability to. I would definitely say you'd need the shadow at an absolute minimum. It would turn him into a 93 centre-back as well. That for me is going to be definitely enough to put him in that. I just think he is more suited for a CDM if anything. We have got Shadow as being the #1 shout. I still stand by my engine, especially if you're looking at him as a DM to push him a little bit forward. I'm not asking him to do the Putellas role or the Bellingham role. I want him to be able to push to the halfway line, get the ball knocked away. If he gets into a little bit of trouble, I want him to be able to turn that little bit better. And I think the engine definitely does that more for me. The Shadow definitely is phenomenal for a CDM's tackling perspective and also for a centre-back. But the engine for me is going to be the big thing that I need in that agility balance. If they gave him the 4-star skills, it might not be as important because cards do get looser. We saw the big comparison with Rooney's card, going from the 3-star to the 4-star up front, gave him just that little bit of lease of life, in my opinion. But I think it's a good price, 260. It's really not breaking the bank, which is nice. So I would get him done ASAP, or at least make sure your fodder is going into him once you've finished off everything else that you want to do. But other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.